Mike with 3G. Taking a look at the ceiling in the lower bathroom of 1750 Leoti. So we came out here to give an estimate on replacing the damaged sheetrock, and they also have this laminate plastic sheeting on the outside. So we already given a price on replacing the sheetrock, replacing the laminate, which is going to bring it up to the same area where it was. And when I originally came out here, we visually inspected for mold, and I didn't really see much of anything. The tenant has said something about a mildew smell. And so anyways, we came back out here to look at a request for replacing some of the poly B pipe that didn't get addressed. And I think that's where the leak originally came. I think it was at this T that they replaced. And it looks like over time, there's been a few things that have been replaced. That's my best guess, at least. But for whatever reason, they didn't carry the repairs all the way up in some of these areas, and I can't say why. But so coming out here to give a price on those things, I brought a treatment for some of the mold, and I just treated the back side of this, everything that I can access. But as I was looking in the mechanical room, and again, you can see the pipe has been replaced at one time. This is a different type of pipe, so it looks like, and I'm just guessing here, that maybe there was an additional repair done by someone else, unless they just decided to use two different types of materials. But you can see you have one type of material here, one type of material there. All these shark bites and connectors are modern day construction. So, but long story short, they've been replaced. Most of the stuff's been replaced, which is good. But on a totally different issue, I noticed on the ceiling, looks like there might have been a leak from a different spot. It doesn't look like it's actively leaking, but it looked like maybe at one time there was some type of leak. And you can see the bottom of the subfloor and some of the joists. There you go, it's kind of focused. I'm sorry about my filming here. But that stuff will need to be addressed. Well, I'll say I'll recommend that it's addressed. So I didn't really bring anything that I needed to be able to address that, because the first time I was here, I didn't notice anything that would suggest that there was any mold, but I was focusing on what the immediate issue was, which was the leak on that side of the wall. I came over here and looked on the bottom plate, which I treated as well, and I didn't see anything visually. I did not see anything, but I went ahead and just treated it anyway since I'm here today. But this is kind of a different deal here, so I'll give you a price on taking care of that. So you got 1, 2, 3, 4 bays, and it goes on the back side. If you can see behind the black pipe there, the ABS pipe, there it is right there. That's all mold that needs to be addressed. Or I'll just say I suggest that it's addressed. So what I'm going to do is give a price on remediating the mold in this area here. Kind of a different situation from what we got going on over here. And then everything that we can access. Let's see if I can get you some. You can see how they replaced. Let's see if I can get my big old finger in there. You can see they attached to the gray there. The gray is the stuff we're trying to get rid of. Can't say I understand why they didn't just, this repair right here, carry it all the way to there, and that would have eliminated this gray piece. So it's just like a few feet, And I kind of did the same thing. And I don't know, what kind of access they had to this stuff, but they should have carried, you can see the gray, they should have carried this new pipe all the way up to the bottom of the copper. And I think the tenant has verified that those are actually the feeds for the kitchen sink. So they should have just brought those all the way up. So you got 2 1/2-inch lines there. And you can see they left this like little tiny piece of gray. And they could have just attached it right here. That one, I'm not real clear on what happened there, but nevertheless, I got 2 1/2-inch lines. I got a 3/4 inch line here, 3/4 inch line here, and then this right here, the 3/4 inch line that goes, well, as far as that I can access without doing any drywall removal. So maybe as long as my arms can reach, maybe a couple feet past the sheet, we can get that. And then you can see, I'm trying to stick my head in here. You can see they've carried this gray on the other side of the wall. I don't really understand. But this is no good. When they got the copper rings like that, that's where the problems usually are going to be. These copper rings with the poly B pipe, that's no good. That's got to be replaced. So I'm going to figure this 3/4 inch through the other side of the wall. And it looks like they changed the ring on that. But since we have this opened up, I think we just try to get rid of as much gray as possible. So we get another few feet of 1/2 inch, 2 more additional feet of 3/4 inch. Oh, and then we have, it looks like another 1/2 inch line that goes in this direction. So we got 1 3/4 and 1 1/2 inch. Probably a couple feet is about as long as I'm going to be able to reach. Unless you want to remove the ceiling. Start there. Let me know if you have any questions, concerns, ideas. And I will take care of those for you. Yeah. You can see on this is the back side of the wall. See right there the gray, which is really confusing because they attach to the shark bite, which just pops in. So what I'd do is I'd release it on this end and just put a new piece of pipe. And then they left that little piece of gray pipe here. So I don't know what happened. I can only, you can see the copper ring up top there with the gray